What's up, you guys? It's your girl CaliLuv, and welcome back to mine and Ahnee's channel. As you guys see, this is gonna be another solo video because I've been getting, ever since I dropped my Real Chance of Love tea, I've been getting so many DMs, comments, messages, emails about like, please drop I Love Money. So you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to you guys. Another solo video, another story time of when I filmed I Love Money. So you know what, before we get into it, make sure you subscribe and like this video. All right, so it was so much stuff going on in the house that I had to take notes. So I'm gonna refer back to my notes if you guys see me, you know, pulling up my phone. But yeah, let's get into it. So all right, oh my god, where do I begin? I'm probably not gonna be able to tell you guys everything because it was a lot, and it would be like a 2-hour video if I did. Anybody that knows I Love Money, you know the show, it's pretty much a bunch of cast members from all the different shows that come and compete, go to an island in Mexico called Huatuco, Mexico, and then we compete for $250,000. Like, so everybody is crazy. Nobody cares about love, but everybody cares about $250,000. So it's crazy, okay? And they know what they're doing. They kind of cast who would like who don't get along with who. They know what they're doing, okay? So I had already known that a couple weeks prior to filming this, like about a month, they had told me, it was pretty much a couple weeks after I finished Real Chance of Love. They're like, we're casting you for I Love Money. Same process, you know, like we're gonna pick you up, we're gonna take you to the airport because it's filmed in Mexico. And then the thing is, what they do is interviews. They have about like 20 people, only 17 make it, so they want to interview everybody to see who's gonna make it. And I just remember Laylene, who was on Flavor of Love, like she was like, oh my god, it's another Asian girl, they're probably not gonna pick me because they're not gonna have 2 Asian girls. Like, it was just so competitive, you know. And the crazy thing is, the day I left was the day after they aired my first episode. So I was already like kind of stressed out because I did not know how they were gonna make me look on Real Chance of Love. It was my very first show that I filmed and I couldn't even watch it. So my mind was already not there, okay? I'm gonna tell you this straight up. My mind was not focused. I wish I would have waited at least 6 months after like my show aired, or like I just didn't have time to like recover from Real Chance of Love. And on top of that, like my show was airing and I was on the blogs every day. I was getting phone calls like, oh my god, you're on the blog, like this got leaked of you and this, and like it was a mess. And then plus people trying to get a hold of me that didn't know I was filming, so they're like, where is this girl, like she is on this show. All my like new fans are reaching out to me, and like it was just a lot going on. But anyway, so the advantage I would say I had, because nobody knew me, everybody knows everybody because it's like they've seen each other on the shows, they know each other's like weak points, you know. Everybody has seen everybody's show. Nobody watched my show, nobody knew anything about me, so that was my advantage. But I didn't think anyone was gonna know me either. Like when I went there, they're probably gonna be like, who is this girl, you know, like. But they figured it out. They knew I was from Real Chance of Love, #1. When you get casted for the show, like people were calling around, stalking. They're like, there's probably gonna be girls from Real Chance of Love, like let's find out who the like our trailer came out, our first episode came out, and blogs about the cast has been revealed for Real Chance of Love. So people already recognized me from that. So they're like, okay, Cali, she's from Real Chance of Love. But I don't know anything about her. I don't know how she was on the show. I don't know if she was crazy. I don't even know how far she made it. I don't know nothing about me. So that was my advantage. So yeah, the next day I had gotten, okay, well prior to this, I didn't tell you guys this in the last video, but they make us, you know, besides the contract, they make us take STD tests. So everyone has to pass an STD test. You have to get tests for everything, because let's be honest, like people mess around on these shows, you know, so they don't want anybody coming in with anything. So, you know, you have to pass all those tests. And then I got to the airport. The first person I met was Heat. If you guys know who Heat is, he is from, or if you guys don't know, he's from I Love New York. I want to say he was on season 1. And him and the entertainer were the 2 veterans that came back to I Love Money season 2 that were from season 1. So that was one thing already. He kind of like introduced himself to me. He's like, yeah, you know, like I saw you last night on your episode, blah blah blah, how was it? And he kind of like got in my head. He was just like, yo, you need to stick with me, like I know what I'm doing. And I was like, okay, like cool, you know. He was already working his little alliance off camera, but okay. So then we get to our layover, and then we meet about like, we run into about like 5 more other castmates. And mind you, like nobody knows each other personally, but just know each other from the show. So you know, we kind of like stuck to ourselves, like, hey, you know, like, oh, you about to, oh, like you on the show too, like, oh, they casted you, da, da, da. They got so much recognition at the airport. Like everybody recognized them, wanted to take pictures with them. Nobody really knew who I was, so nobody really like said much to me at that time. A few people did. They're like, you know, wait, you I just saw you last night, you know, like on your show. But it was still so many of us on the first episode that people probably didn't really remember. But those people like Buck Wild and Heat, entertainer, all those people got recognized. And people who watched I Love Money season 1, because that just had aired right before my Real Chance of Love aired, they already knew what we was up to. They're like, yo, this is the cast for I Love Money 2. That's what they're doing. So people figured it out early, like who was gonna be on season 2. Okay, so then when we get to Mexico, that's when we see the whole cast. Like it's exposed. It's like, all right, Buddha's on the show, Miami's on the show, Taylor Made, like we got It, we got Safari, we got Buck Wilds, we got the whole, we find out exactly who's on the show. So okay, then we take another plane. We were on so many planes to the islands of Huatuco, and by this time, like everybody's just like friends, like everybody's just cool with each other, because once we get in the house, everybody hates each other. So at this point, everybody's partying. Some people did come in later though, I want to say. But anyway, so when we get to Huatuco, I know Miami had just lost her mom recently, and she lost all her luggage. They lost all her luggage, so like they had to personally take her shopping in Mexico, Huatuco, Mexico, for clothes. Like I felt so bad for her. And if you guys notice on all the elimination ceremony, she's in her lingerie, because the only bag she had was her lingerie bag. So people don't know that, but yeah. Okay, so they lost her luggage, so she had to pretty much just like buy clothes. Like they bought her clothes from, you know, the little streets in Mexico. Same thing, same process. We stay in a hotel, but this time they weren't as strict. Like we was all up in each other's rooms. They kind of had a curfew for us, so then we would have to go back to our rooms, but it was more lenient. Like we were all like vibing out, like hanging out with each other. Okay, so then filming day comes. And then I remember it was a couple people that was there. I can't remember from these shows that pretty much didn't make it. So they already picked their 17, and then so it was kind of sad, because you know we was hanging out all weekend with them, you know, thinking like, but you know they ended up not getting called or picked. Then we started filming. Filming starts. As you guys saw, we're all on 2 separate boats. Right away, as soon as we pull up to the house, they want to stop like in the middle of the water, and they're like, all right, y'all, get out with your luggage. So I don't know if you guys remember the first episode, we literally had to throw our luggage in the water and swim wet into the house, all lined up. We met Craig. Pretty much the show begins. Okay, that house, he lets us in. Everybody's running to different rooms. Okay, so we all find a room. Obviously not everybody got a bed, and not everybody, it was just a lot. Okay, everybody was just drinking and partying the first day. I remember specifically falling asleep outside. Like we was, I don't know what we were doing. We were partying, we were like, everyone was partying. I remember I fell asleep. I was like talking to, who was I talking to? It was like the entertainer and some other people. We literally like woke up outside. And like the first episode, you guys see it, like we're all like, we just wake up and we're like outside, like whatever. First challenge begins. Get separated into 2 separate teams. That's when the room exchange happens. It's like once the teams got picked, we're like, okay, I'm not gonna be staying in here because y'all are like part of the green team and I was part of the yellow team. So I actually moved downstairs. All right, this is where it gets juicy. A lot of people don't know about certain hookups in the house. They didn't air, and mine specifically never aired. So I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. The whole time I was there, people questioned this because people saw little things on the show. They're like what's up with you and this one? But the whole time I was in the house, me and 20 Pack shared a bed. I'm gonna tell you guys why. It was all innocent. He was on my team. He just didn't have a bed. Like, he wanted to be in the yellow team's room. So I was like, sleep on my bed, whatever. It was like a little twin bed, whatever. So he slept on my bed. Like, I would sleep this way, he would sleep that way. We're all like a family, okay? So I shared a room with him, and I want to say he, an entertainer. I want to say even Prancer was in our room. I don't know. I kind of forgot, but me and him shared a bed 1000%. And then that's it. Like, it was innocent. We shared a bed. And then I'm not gonna lie, like, in a couple days it kind of, I mean, he was my cuddle buddy, let's say that. He wasn't like my anything. He was a cuddle buddy because we never did it. We never did anything. Like, I did not have any sexual relations with that man. But like, he was like my cuddle buddy. We would like cuddle or like kiss. Like, that's it. That's as far as it got. And the thing is, like, we kind of hid it. When the cameras would come, I would literally hide under the covers because I think, let's be honest, I'm not his type and he's not my type. But he's cute, but just like not the type of guy I would date outside the show. And I'm not the type of girl who would date outside the show. So it was like, if you guys don't remember 20 Pack, I believe he was on I Love New York. I don't remember what he had to have been like season 2. He was on season 2. He was on the same season as Taylor Made. Anyway, so yeah, that was like my little like cuddle buddy. And it's crazy because like as people started going home, there was an extra bed. And I remember, like, so he slept on another bed one time. No, he put 2 beds together. He's like, I have this big old bed. And then so now it's like I'm back to sleeping alone. But he's like, no, I'm lying, sorry, rewind that. Okay, he had another bed, a free bed, an extra bed this time. And then so he slept in that bed that night. And then he kind of like, I remember he was like, let's push both of our beds together so we could still sleep together. And I was like, okay. So, you know, like, that was just my little cuddle buddy of the season. Nobody knows that. And then we have it, who is trying to like hook up with everybody. Okay, now I gotta go to my notes because, okay, oh yeah, okay, so the first day, fights that you guys did not see. I'm gonna tell you guys mainly my stuff because it's like what I remember. I don't want to get into detail about other people's fights and hookups because I don't really know, but I don't remember. But I got into a big fight with T-Weed the first day, to the point where, like, you guys didn't see it. I like Miami, I remember, had to like stop me. I had a glass in my hand. I was about to like punch this man in the face with this glass cup. When it aired our season, when the blogs came out about Real Chance of Love, there was a lie. It was like us blog that was like, one of the castmates is a man, whatever. And like so I remember when we were splitting up into teams, T-Weed had won as team captain, so he was interviewing people like, oh, do you want to be on my team? Like, why should I pick you up for my team? And then the first thing he said when I came in was, are you a man? Because, and he was just talking shit and so rude and so disrespectful, and everybody was even saying it. Like, I remember the entertainer was like, man, he's such a fucking dick, like, the fuck? Because let's be honest, the first day we was there, he was trying to like rub my shoulders and all the girls. He was trying to like, you know, like, if you thought I was a man, then okay, then why was you rubbing on me like that? And that's what I said. He's like, I'm just saying, like, they said dude was a man. Like, I don't know, you could be in, like, we just got into it. I wanted to break, I was like, I don't want to be on your team. I wanted to break this glass on. I hated him the whole time. Like, I never made up with him. Like, so that was T-Weed. And if y'all remember, he was like the scammer that was on I Love New York. I don't remember what season. You guys have to forgive me. I don't remember what season these people were on. But okay, so that was my first fight. I got into the house, but they didn't air it, so whatever, good, because that was embarrassing for me. I was like, I don't want people thinking, like, you know, I don't know, it was just a lot. Like, I ain't trying to be fighting on these shows like that. We have found out, we missed out on a lot. If you guys remember my first video, they take our phones, no TVs, like same deal. So we don't know what's going on in the world, and that's when we found out President Obama was the president for the first time. It was, they had told us, they're like, because we knew they was about to pick the president. It was like him and like John McCain, I think. And so we were excited to see like who's about to be the president, like, and of course we were like all wanting Obama. Like, come on, like, it was Obama house. Like, we wanted Obama, we wanted the first black president. Like, we was waiting for this. And I remember one of the crew members was like, Obama's president, it's official. We were like all celebrating. We celebrated Halloween. They didn't air, they aired it on like VH1 website, and it was so funny. Like, we all dressed up for Halloween, we had a party, we were imitating everybody. I wore this lingerie and I made this little like cape thing, and I was like a little bride. And I remember Prancer took leaves and she was like Eve. Like, it was funny. We celebrated Halloween, and then we were doing impressions of every cast member that's ever been on any of the shows, even people that weren't there. And they were just like, it was so funny. Like, I don't know if you guys remember like that time when like Taylor Made got like punched, I want to say by Buddha, like on the stairs. Like, they was doing an impression of that, and we would have to guess like what it was from. Like, and I remember I did an impression of that girl who like took a shit on freaking on the floor of Flavor of Love. It was impressions of when the entertainer was licking on I Love New York's toes. Like, this was like, I'm talking the first 3 days when everybody got along, okay? Then it gets crazy. That's when, you know, the fights, the like, you know, all this stuff. All I remember is everyone hated Buddha. Like, everybody, besides his team, of course. Everybody did not want Buddha in that house. I think they were intimidated by him because like, he's a big athletic dude. Like, let's be honest, he's intimidating because he's athletic, you know, like, and he was with the shit. Like, people was trying to like punk him. Like, he was ready to fight at any moment, but it was like he knew he couldn't because he would have gotten kicked off. An entertainer and he and all them, they're just like, they're like one of those people that just like to like poke your buttons. So they was trying to poke his buttons all the time. Same with Safari and Buck Wild. They were trying to poke his buttons all the time, and he kept his composure. I don't know how, because every single day everybody was attacking Buddha. Like, but I'm gonna tell y'all who people should have really gotten out that house was Taylor Made. Even though I like Taylor Made, like, as a person, he was really cool. I never had any issues with him, except, you know, y'all saw when I got kicked off, he kind of made me look like an idiot. But he was always so nice. But he was like the quiet one, but like his mind was at work. He had this little secret little, like, nobody knew this until like towards the end of the season. Like, whoa, like, you came up out of nowhere. Like, Taylor Made was, I want to say, the smartest person on that damn show. But okay, so let's get back into, okay, so I was getting calls like every week my show is airing. I was calling home like, okay, what did they show, what's happening? Like, they're like, oh, you got the first chance. I was like, really? And it's just crazy. They're like, oh my god, you're on the date today. Like, I just got so many calls about like what was going on, and I'm telling you guys, mentally I was not there, because I just like wanted to enjoy that experience. So it's hard to enjoy another experience, you know. There was a time where everybody got sick. Like, I'm talking, they had to shut down production for like 3 days because everybody got sick. Rewind, we did the same thing that we did on Real Chance of Love. Every Sunday we had to go back to the hotel. Or no, I'm lying. I want to say we went back to the hotel a couple times, and then there was times where we just didn't film on Sunday, but we could stay in the house, but we just like didn't film. Like, everyone just took a day off, so you know, we still had to do that. But anyways, there was a time where they had to stop production for like a couple days because even the crew got sick. Like, you know, we're in Mexico, we're not used to their water, their food. Like, I'm talking, people were throwing up, people were using the bathroom every second, like waiting to use the bathroom. Like, at one point everybody was just in the bathrooms. Like, it was so, everybody was sick for 3 days. Like we could not, TMI, but it was like gross. And let me tell you, living with these guys are so disgusting. Like I would literally go pee and like there's like green poop like still like all in the like that's, it's like, did your poop like spray or what? Because it's like on the top, like, and they don't clean up after themselves. Oh, living with you guys were so gross. Oh my god. But whatever, we were like a family. But yeah, it was gross. But the whole crew got sick for a couple days, so we did have to stop production for a couple days. Okay, so me and Prancer, we got really close. That was like my best friend in the house. So you know, we kind of had our little, I wouldn't say alliance, but we just had a friendship. So like when my team would put me in the box, I was not going home, you know, like I wasn't going home because she went against her team and did not send me home. The second time, I'm not gonna lie, like she did, because I was supposed to, I told you guys my mind wasn't there, and my dumbass was saving 20 pack because they wanted 20 pack to go home, and 20 pack was like, look, you know, I got your back, like let's just do this, like this is fine, just go in the box. He totally played the shit out of me, but like I'm telling you, it was all news to me. He was like, just go in the box, and plus he was like my little bed buddy. I thought he had my back, but he's like, just go in the box, and what we're gonna do is, and he did try, I'm not gonna lie, he did try, I'm not gonna say he didn't try, but it just like, that was like the stupidest thing. So I went in the box, and our plan was to convince TaylorMade that, you know, he was gonna get our strong people to be on his side. If he kept me and didn't send me home, then I would get like 20 pack and all like my strong people to be part of his alliance. Like we would just start working with him, working for him, and doing whatever. Like TaylorMade wasn't dumb, he knew that wasn't about to happen, you know. And I mean, I should have known. I'm like, I wouldn't have trusted that either, you know. So at the end of the day, like I got sent home, and if I would have just voted for 20 pack, because everyone pretty much voted for him, it was because I didn't vote. That's why he didn't go in the box, because I couldn't vote to send him in, because I was like kind of loyal, but whatever. Yeah, so I ended up going home, like I want to say episode like 7 or 6. But in my head, the crazy thing is, like I said, I wasn't there the whole time, and like I didn't care, which I should have. It's $250,000, but to me, I was like, if I go home, I go home, because I just want to get back to like my show that's airing right now, and all these calls and all these like opportunities that are coming to me. Like I had a girl like check my emails, and people are already trying to like book me for stuff. Like my head was not there, you guys. I wish they did stuff different. Anyway, so all right, so Miami ended up winning, as you guys saw, which I'm so happy. That's my, I call her my Angela. Like I love her. I'm so happy she won. She deserved it. She had just lost her mom, she lost her luggage, and for her to win, like I'm getting the chills right now, for her to win was like made my day. Like I mean, it was just like, I was so happy she won. So you guys saw that she won $250,000. All right, you guys, so this is the stuff. Before I end this, I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret. God, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys, all right, how do I say this? If you guys are true fans of this show, you guys might notice they jumped from season 2 to season 4, and it took a while. They never aired season 3, which had a lot of Ray J girls on there too. I'm gonna tell you guys why. Megan Wants a Millionaire, okay? About 3 episodes in, one of the guys ended up killing his like girl, and then he was on like a hunt, like they were on a hunt for him. He was like wanted, like he literally like chopped off her body, like they identified her through her like boob implant. They had to stop airing her show, so they lost so much money, okay, doing that, because let's be honest, they can't have this wanted murder on TV, okay, weekly. So they automatically stopped airing this. What you guys don't know is that he was on I Love Money 3 that was being filmed, and he won the show. So he won I Love Money 3, and he also went to 51 Minds don't pay you until after it airs, you know, after like the season finale. So he was like trying to get his money, and they're like, no, you know, we can't pay you until, you know, it shows that you won. And then so there goes Megan Wants a Millionaire, there goes I Love Money 3. They lost so much money because they filmed those to the end and couldn't air it. This guy ended up killing himself. It was a lot. So they were already working on I Love Money 4, so they went ahead and aired that, but that was pretty much the end of the Of Love shows. So if you guys are wondering why it kind of ended, it pretty much ended at that. They gave Chad Ochocinco a show. He was like popping back then. He was on obviously football player, and he was on Dancing with the Stars. So they're like, you know, let's just give him a show because we need our viewers and everything back, you know, because VH1 wasn't really messing with any of the reality stars at that time. So they kind of had to give an actual celebrity like a show, and that's what they did. And then I don't know, I think pretty much after that situation, everything was just like coming to its end for the Of Love empire. And you guys, that is my tea on I Love Money, and just, you know, other little interesting facts you guys didn't know. I'm trying so hard to see if I missed anything, but if I do, I'll do like a part 2, you know. But that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed my gossip, my tea, just all the stuff that went down, stuff you guys didn't know. And yeah, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Ahnee baby, I miss you so much. And you guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, follow our Instagram, hit that bell, the notification. Make sure you guys are just keeping up with our videos, because we are bringing it to you back to back once a week. And we love you guys.